Welcome back to the Namtum Makers family. In this video, we will dive into Timmy Turtle's spectacular aluminum boat building journey. Because he frequently goes fishing in alligator-infested swamps filled with lurking dangers beneath the surface, his previous wooden boat suffered hull damage after an encounter with an alligator. Therefore, he decided to build a boat entirely out of aluminum to withstand those underwater monsters. You can watch the full video and share your passion for fishing with Timmy Turtle via the link we left in the description. Don't forget to leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on this video.